Oostra. I'm an Australian. I was born in Holland, but I immigrated to Australia when I was a kid. My parents were really passionate about the outdoors, so from an early age they dragged us along kicking and screaming into all Australia's national parks, and it started from there. I began rock climbing when I was 13 in Australia. It's ready-made for serious good rock climbing, and then from there graduated to the Alps, the New Zealand Alps, and then to the Himalayas and beyond. So that really took over my life, and I made my passion my career by becoming an expedition leader and a mountain guide. All the different things I've experienced have taken part in special parts of my life, and people would assume that reaching the summit of Mount Everest would have been my greatest personal achievement, but it was much more a job than it was a personal achievement. I had a lot to think about as an expedition leader to get my clients to the summit. So, welcome to Everest Base Camp. We're all ready set up. We arrived yesterday, and so now it's to wait at the starting block for climbing Mount Everest. The route is here. We've got to do the ice fall, and on top of the ice fall you've got Camp 1, and you can just see Lhotse sticking out above the rest of the group. Only for the last half hour did it become, shit, actually we're going to do this, we're going to stand on the summit of the world. And before that point it had always been the case. You know, weighing up the pros and cons, the decision-making processes, the management, the logistics of it all. That was so time-consuming I didn't really think about it that hard. But that became a real, and after about half an hour short of the summit, that became very real, and then wow, that was good. But I like remote expeditions into challenging kind of mountains. And last year, I would say the really standout mountain was a mountain in Pakistan called the Great Krango Tower, which features the world's biggest walls. And yeah, we had a month-long expedition there, one-on-one with a client who's actually a very good climber. And yeah, we had a boys' own adventure there. That there was nothing organized. We had the whole mountain to ourselves in a rough and tumble part of the world, and everything was up to us to do. And yeah, it was certainly delivered up to true great adventures you'd find in a boys' own adventure book. The basic advice to give to somebody who's thinking about getting into the whole outdoor scene and getting into adventure would be to learn to walk before you can run. That's very important. We have the YouTube generation where they see something spectacular and they want to throw themselves at it straight away, and it generally doesn't work. Mountains are real things, and mountains are serious places to be. And unless you build up an apprenticeship that's a sensible apprenticeship by starting off, say, with rock climbing in Scotland and mountaineering in Scotland, and then graduating to the Alps, and then graduating to the Andes, and then going to the Himalayas. That's a kind of natural progression, and they're amazing places to be with, all of them. It's that you can't just jump into the Himalayas straight away. You need to build up to that. Just so you don't feel out of your league. And you don't feel intimidated by it. You feel like, hey, I'm confident, I know what I'm doing, and that gives you much more enjoyment of being in the expedition. What I like most about being an expedition leader is seeing the sense of achievements my clients get for when they reach the summit, achieve their ambitions, and fulfill their dreams. And that's what the process through our management made possible, and that's what it's about. Seeing clients who transform themselves to different people over the course of an expedition, and when they come home they look at themselves very differently in the mirror, and there stands a very different person than left home, and it's a hugely positive thing. And to be able to facilitate this, that's what the job satisfaction is about.